Good morning. It's a pleasure to introduce Alison Thompson, who's the project manager at the Urban Fitness Collective that people might know as Tuf-C. And she's here to talk to us about their ACES bespoke mentoring program that supports young people. Over to you, Alison.
Thanks very much, Rachel. Good morning, everybody, and thank you really for joining me this morning. As Rachel said, I work for Tuf-C, the Urban Fitness Collective, and I'm the project manager. I started recently back in September, and Tuf-C are running a bespoke resilience project. It's a really exciting project. I'm really looking forward to working in the next few years on this, and it's funded by Trafford Council. And both of us, Tuf-C and Trafford Council, want to make a real difference to the lives of the young people within the borough. So the project is based around ACES, and I just wanted to very briefly just talk about what an ACE is. So it's an acronym for Adverse Childhood Experiences, and these are a broad range of very stressful or traumatic events which children or young people have been exposed to. And these experiences can lead to negative, lifelong emotional and physical outcomes. Therefore, it's really important to have some interventions and some support to minimise these effects. And a little bit later on in the presentation, I'll talk a bit more about these experiences. But firstly, I want to talk and give you some details about the actual project itself. So as I said, it's been delivered by Tuf-C and funded by Trafford Council, and it's specifically for young people aged 16 to 19 years old. And it allows this young person to receive support from a trusted adult. And we've kind of called that mentor as well. Ideally, we'd really like the young person to know their mentor so that we can develop a strong relationship and that can help them even more. But if this is not possible, then within the Tuf-C organisation and the wider activities that we run, we can provide potential mentors there. As I said earlier on, these experiences can lead to negative lifelong emotional outcomes. And one of the things that's really important is that the young person receives some support. So the ACEs, the exposure to ACEs, can lead to very negative behaviour and poor life choices. And in some cases, these young people have had none, or they've had to formulate their own coping strategies. So part of the project is that each mentee, each young person, will be given some resilience training. And this will be provided by a fully qualified counsellor, a psychotherapist that works already within the Trafford Borough. And we're hoping that this training will help create positive coping strategies and give them the toolkit that they need for mental resources to help them in the future. The mentor also will receive ACEs training, and once this is complete, they'll become an ACE champion. And it's hoped that these will be able to support other colleagues within their own organisation with ACEs. In addition to the training, mentors will receive a payment for each of the recorded mentoring sessions that are received by Tuf-C, up to a maximum of 8. The young person also receives a resilience fund, a fund to help them support their future plans. This fund is up to £500. The money can be used for courses, training, or equipment relative to their courses or training that they want to pursue. And it's a bespoke fund, and it's agreed between the mentor and the young person how this is spent. The details are then passed on to me, and hope I will pass it and approve that spending. Now, earlier on in the presentation, I just did speak a little bit about ACEs and the experiences. And as you can see from this slide, there are 10 ACEs: physical abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, physical neglect, emotional neglect, mental illness, domestic abuse, substance misuse, family member in prison, separation, and divorce. I just popped this slide, this data on this next slide to show you the prevalence of ACEs within the community. You can see that nearly half of 100 adults in a survey said they had at least suffered one ACE. I've already mentioned earlier on in the presentation about the impact of ACEs, and this is the reason why we think that this project will be so valuable to the young people in Trafford. Now the referral process and looking at eligibility. So the young person must be between 16 and 19, and they must be a Trafford resident and have had exposure to 2 or 3 ACEs. If you refer back to that slide of the data, this is around about 16% of the population nationally. I've got referral forms which I can email out to anybody that's interested, and the referral is made through the mentor and the young person. And we really want to emphasize that this is a soft approach into their background, and we're not looking for the young person to relive any of the previous trauma. The referral form is sent back to me, completed, and I'll assess it and hopefully authorize joining the project. I think this ACE Resilience project is a really, really fantastic opportunity for trusted adults to support young people and hopefully help them build a brighter future. Thank you very much for listening. My contact details are on the PowerPoint, and if you would like to make a referral or if you have any questions, then please don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you very much for your time this morning.
Thank you for a fantastic session, Alison. And I'll open the floor for any questions.